Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 50% June monthly wrap. My name is Orieny Japheth from the 50%, and it's a pleasure to be hosting this session. Today, we are going to share Guillaume Kalonji's experience. He's a biologist and climate activist from Congo who has focused on climate education and promoting a just transition for the past 3 years. Thank you, Guam, for joining us today. As we know, young people are taking control of their futures, and it is important for young people to take charge and to lead in system transformation. Without further ado, we'll dive right into the session. So, Guam, what are the main causes and drivers of the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo?
Thank you so much, the 50%, for the invitation and this opportunity. Well, the main cause of insecurity in the eastern parts of the Democratic Republic of Congo actually is the accessibility to resources, the energy transition. People need to access resources, but they don't need it to be legally. And the main cause is by people from outside Congo. I mean, Europe, America, China. So the way they are using to access our minerals is by creating insecurity, and that's why we have so many arms groups here in this part of Congo who are killing people, who are raping women, and in a certain part also there is what we call green slavery, like people are using children below 18, below 10 years old to work at the mining sites. Many times they are working for free. Those who are paid are receiving something like $2 per day. So these people, their place is at school, while children from Europe are studying to know how to transit from fossil fuel to green energy. People in Congo are practicing green slavery. That is an injustice. So that means in my country, Democratic Republic of Congo, instead of seeing just transition, we are seeing unjust transition.
Thank you, Guam, for your response and painting a picture for us on the main causes and drivers of the conflict in the DRC, from lack of accessibility to poor working conditions for artisan workers to the labor of child labor of young people who are supposed to be in school. These are very heartbreaking issues, and we stand in solidarity with you. So, from your perspective, or the perspective of the local communities, what does peace look like for the people in Congo?
In our communities here in Congo, we can say that we have peace when Congolese people will have access to their lands, because where there is arms group operating, it's impossible for Congolese communities to access those lands and practice agriculture. And I can say that that is one of the cause why we can learn at school that Congo is a blessed country with a high potential of agricultural production, but Congo is one of the top 5 poor country in the planet. It's because we have land, but we don't have access to it. So when women and children, when local communities here in Congo will get back to their lands, will get back, will control their resources without any condition, that is one of the reason we can say that we have peace in Congo. When all of Congolese children will have access to education, we will see that we will know that there is peace in Congo, because actually thousands, I can even say millions of Congolese children are out of school because they are displaced, and this is the situation which is happening since 3 decades. That is unacceptable, and the planet Earth need to start talking about it. Peace must come back to Congo, and it will be useful not only for Congolese people, not only for Africa, but for the whole planet.
You have shared that until the people of Congo have access to their land, until they are able to utilize that land sustainably, until the people of Congo, the children, can have access to education, because children belong in school, as you said, there will be no peace. So in your perspective, or in the perspective of local communities in Congo, that is what peace looks like to you. Because of the displacements and all that, children cannot go to school. And now that leads me to ask the question, what role do young people in the DRC play in challenging and transforming outdated systems of colonialism, extractivism, and exploitation? What does climate justice look like? Thank you.
Well, young people in Congo are very motivated to engage and fight to build back peace and justice in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But there is no room for them. They are ready to work, but because of insecurity, because of bad condition in the country, they can't speak, they can't do something. I'm saying that because I know some people, some young people who tried in the past to do something positive and big to bring peace and justice in this country. Most of them have been killed. Some of them have been in an obligation to go out of the country for their own security. So that is also why actually a big percent of young Congolese people have only one dream: going out of the country, because they are tired of seeing negative situation and security injustice in the country. And when they are trying to say something or to do something, they are starting to be a target of those who are enemies of peace in this country. So that not mean that actually in the Democratic Republic of Congo, young people are doing nothing. No, I am myself the example of those who are still trying to do something, and I'm working also with around 50 young people across the country who are trying to raise awareness, to raise their voice and see how to build back peace and justice in this country. So also there is a need of building capacity. Those who are motivated, they don't know where to start, since they don't know the real situation and they are not well informed about how to engage. So I'm saying that because even at school, there is no a lot of commitments of showing young people of Congo what is happening, what is the main cause, since they don't know. That's why they also don't know where to start. They know a lot of stories about Europe, China, America, other countries, but the real story of what is happening in their own country, it's difficult for them to access it. So young people in Congo are not in the same side. Some need to go out of the country because they are tired of the situation. Some are still in the country and trying to do something. Congratulations to them, congratulations to my team, and we are still having hope that one day things will change. Lastly, about young people in this country, they have a lot of power because 100 million of population in Democratic Republic of Congo, there is 60% of them are young people. That means if young people are informed, if young people are in a good position according to knowledge about what is happening, what is the cause, who is doing this, who is doing that, they will know who to elect as a president, who to elect as a deputy. And I think that will be the beginning of the change in the system.
It is really inspiring to hear what you are doing on your own capacity with 50 young people in Congo. And congratulations on that. So to look at some of the things that are making youth not to stick around, like insecurity and suppression of the freedom of expression, why some people have been killed. And I understand life is precious and there's self-preservation too. But there are also people in Congo, as you pointed out, that have decided to stick around and to fight for a better country in whatever way they can, you being one of them. And you've talked about unity too, and how the youth in Congo can come together and be informed, they be capacity build, and of course to lead towards systemic change. You've also highlighted the role of electing good leaders who will represent them, but they can only do this if they are informed. That is going to contribute to systemic transformation. And now we're looking at that is internally, because once they have elected good leaders who will represent them, who will represent their interests and safeguard those interests for the present and future generations, while addressing reparations through the loss and damage of life, property over the years. I think that is very commendable from you. So we look at the last question that we have for you. How can the international community play a more effective role in supporting the DRC's journey towards peace and sustainability? Because we both know how important the international community is. What role can they play?
First, I think that minerals from Democratic Republic of Congo are contributing in 70% of what we call today new technology. I can see artificial intelligence. I can see all our performance smartphones, our laptops. So while we are using those equipments, those materials, let's keep raising awareness about what is happening in Congo. I am convinced that a big percent of people outside Congo don't know what is happening here. The proof is that last year, while I've been at COP28 in Dubai, it was my first year of speaking English because I'm a French speaker. But I teach myself English since 2 years. That's why now you can hear me sharing a bit of what is happening in Congo. So while you are using your smartphone, maybe try to share messages. You can even text a small thing like Free Congo. It's enough to show people that there is something happening in this country. There is also people who are using those materials, I can say abusively. Like every year they need a new smartphone. Why? There is people who are using same telephone during 5 years. Why are we trying to use one telephone 6 months only? Then we put it out and look out for another one. To produce one telephone, there is thousands of Congolese people who are being killed. That means we are not using only telephones or computers or electric cars. We are using Congolese blood. Another thing is also to see how to be supporting young people in Congo who are trying to do something in the way to build back peace and justice in this country. I know that most of activists, climate activists in this country are French speaker only. When they are doing something, it's a bit difficult for people to know what they are doing, which challenge they are facing. But it is still possible to look out for them and see how to support. Yes, because there is support for people in English countries, but I know even in some other African French countries, people there is that challenge of being heard since they are not speaking English. So people are trying to do what they can do, but it needs support. It all form of support, yes, and there is also a lot of international conferences where people are discussing about Congo without the Congolese people, but with people from other countries. Why are we still in that situation? That is not good. Congolese people have a lot of stories to share, and these stories are able to contribute in what international people can do to build the peace and justice in Congo. Thank you.
That was a very insightful response, and I like how you've talked about conscious consumerism in the international community. We need to be conscious of what we consume, where it comes from. Look at the entire value chain, from the production level to the market level. You can't just keep buying and buying and buying, and these are even fueled by things like Black Friday sales and all those promotions. We need to work on that. So I want to appreciate you for taking the time to share with us your experience, and for proving to us as young people, as 50%ers, that we can pursue making a positive impact in our communities and even globally. The very belief behind the 50% is that system change comes from all people embracing their agency to make a difference in their context. And that is why we are doing this. That is why we will keep engaging you. Tune in our next monthly wrap session. Thank you.